We just spent the last 45 days growing 18 different varieties of lettuce from seed to find out if there's such thing as a perfect lettuce. The concept of this video is simple. We're gonna grow a bunch of lettuce and then we're gonna eat it.
It's really dry.
Oh, I hate this. And then we're gonna tell you what we think of what we ate and see if maybe there's a variety that makes it to the top of our list.
But we're not going to just grow 18 of the exact same type of lettuce. We're going to mix up the varieties and styles of lettuce.
So first up we have not really a category, but definitely a very popular variety of lettuce. Two of them, Salanova style lettuce. We've got red oak leaf MT0 and green butter MT0.
And we have 6 different types of romaine because that's probably the biggest category in lettuce. The first is going to be truchas. Then we have chalupa OG, which is quite a funny name. Spinach lettuce, which is definitely a lettuce. Little gem, rouge de Hiver, and dino lettuce.
Then you've got butterhead, probably an equally large category of lettuce.
My new favorite.
Yeah, we have butter crunch, which is a classic. Marvel of Four Seasons, great name on that guy, and then Australe.
And everybody needs a little bit of iceberg, which is technically a crisp head lettuce. So we have 2 varieties here, Great Lakes 118 and Ice Queen, which sounds promising.
For my biggest category, we have the leaf style lettuce. So I have Azrilla, very frilly one, Tegan lettuce from Row 7 Seeds. We have Red Sails, Salad Bowl Blend, Brentwood, one of my favorites, and New Red Fire.
Then we have one sort of oddball, a specialty lettuce. It's called Jing Tai, which is actually a stem lettuce that grows vertically. So now let's go ahead and get these seeds started.
The varieties have been revealed to you. The only thing left to do is get them off to an even equal start, Jacques, in the greenhouse. And the way we're gonna do it is we've got our seed starting mix already configured in our 16 cell trays. We're gonna plant 2 of each variety just in case one of them goes bad. We'll start them, we'll let them sprout, and in about 7 to 10 days, we'll put them out in the front. Been about a week, our lettuce seedlings are popping. Let's get them in the bed. Okay, we have our bed selected here, Jacques, a 4 foot by 8 foot Birdie's raised bed. We've amended the soil, we've topped it off, leveled it off. This isn't really a lettuce grow guide video, but you normally would space lettuce like 4 to 6 inches apart.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
In this case, we're gonna space it out about a foot apart to give them their chance to shine, their chance to grow. So we're gonna throw about 8, 8, and 8 because we have roughly 23 lettuce varieties. And we selected this area because it gets the most even amount of sun to give them all the best chance to grow well. As the last lettuce in this gauntlet goes in, we're just gonna give it a nice water in. We should start seeing some results here, Jacques, in at least the first week. Now, the one thing we didn't do is we didn't thin the varieties out.
No.
So there's multiple in each hole. We'll come through 3 or 4 days, thin it out to 1 head each, and then we'll get to tasting in, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been 10 days since we've transplanted the lettuce and we've done a little bit of work and it already looks interesting.
It really does. So the first thing that happened is some raccoons came and slapped us around town a little bit. So we swapped a couple of our backups in, but that's no big deal. We just want to make sure also that we didn't have any slug problems. So you'll notice what looks like fertilizer here, it's not. It's something called Sluggo Plus that really works well. It's organic prevention for slugs and things like that. But all that aside, Jacques, I'm seeing some pretty crazy variants in the lettuce already.
Yeah, there's differences in the colors of green, and obviously there's reds, there's different textures. Even like the growth rate of them is a little bit interesting.
Yeah, so what we did is we came through and thinned the lettuce to 1 plant, all but a few. Some of these need to get a little bit bigger before we do the thinning cut, but we only want 1 head of each lettuce to do the true evaluation. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, like this sort of loose leaf frill. This looks like a much more substantial plant than this guy right here,
Absolutely.
But they're the exact same age. And this, of course, is Little Gem, so you would expect it to be small.
Yeah, and so basically at this point, we know it's gonna be a tapestry of colors, and now we just need to wait to see how they start to bunch up and form heads.
Yes, exactly. So we'll check in with you probably closer to harvest time. Well, we're back with our lettuce with a few casualties.
Yeah, this spot's looking a little bare.
So what happened, and I have a security camera here, is some raccoons and skunks came through and just kept digging up Paris Island Cause and black-seeded Simpson. Yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Pretty pathetic.
Pour one out for our boy.
So we don't have all of the lettuce, but we do have most of the lettuce. So we're gonna harvest them up, bring them into the backyard, and rank them on aesthetics, crunch, and flavor. And at the end, we will put each variety in a tier from S at the top all the way down to F tier, something we would never wanna grow and certainly eat. So Jacques, let's kick it off with Great Lakes. So at first blush, I think this is a pretty solid aesthetic. We of course have taken a few leaves. On a crunch test, nice crunch off the plant. Oh, yeah. Nice crunch right here. And also,
let's do a little taste.
A very nice crunch in the mouth. But the flavor, I would say the leaf's a little thicker than I want. It's a little more bitter than I would want.
Almost a little fibery.
Yeah. So in the end, Great Lakes for us is getting B tier. So we've been munching on Truchus. I think aesthetically, Jacques, what do you think?
I think it's a solid color. I like how it grades from the bottom up to a darker color, so it's very aesthetic.
Yeah, that's not bad. I would say not super crispy, even as a baby green, which is interesting. Like the snap factor, it doesn't really snap apart, but the flavor,
yeah, it's quite nice.
it's decent.
Mild.
Slightly kind of
Softer than the other one.
full, I guess
Yeah.
you might say. I don't know, what do you think? To me, it's a B minus.
Yeah, I agree.
Butter crunch aesthetically, it would be an S tier.
Yeah, agreed.
Crunch
There's something
factor,
about it, the look.
Yeah, it's very, very attractive. On the crunch though, I mean, it's called butter crunch.
Yeah.
The crunch is lackluster to me.
Let's see.
Give it a little, it's not that great.
not there.
But the butter is 100% there in the flavor. We might differ here, but in my opinion, if it's got crunch in the name and the crunch isn't there, I can't give it S tier. I'm gonna give it an A tier.
All right, I'll allow the A, but for flavor, that's an S.
It's very good. It's very tasty.
This one's called Azrilla. It's a little spiky, a little scary looking, but what do you think?
I think if we had grown this one out fully and raccoons hadn't gotten this one, the aesthetic would actually be pretty striking.
Okay, yeah, I
So
agree.
it would be nice. The crunch is a little lackluster, but the flavor, it starts out with a punch, and then it kind of goes creamy and rich almost.
It is creamy.
Yeah.
There's like a building flavor in there. That's honestly good. I didn't
good.
think this would be a win, like a up there, but
Give it to me. What are you going?
I'm gonna go with a Unseen Glory, maybe an S.
It could go to S. Jingtai on the look, pretty striking, Jock.
Yeah, definitely the most unique. It's more like splayed out, so that's cool.
Crunch factor, quite good actually.
Yeah,
Nice crunch.
yeah, nice snap.
Flavor though, is where it falls short for me. It's very fleshy almost.
Yeah, I got like too much of a green taste there. That I didn't like that much.
And there's not a lot of like flavor on the back end of that
Yeah.
texture to really save it for me. I'm actually going C minus tier.
I'll allow it.
Red oak leaf salanova on the look, a very cute petite market style lettuce.
Crazy looking interior.
Yeah, really nice. On the crunch, I would say a little lackluster, Jacques.
Yeah.
Not much going on there.
It's trying.
And on the bite, especially if you get the top first, it's very hairy.
It's hairy. I'm getting salt. That's like all I taste.
Salt and bitterness.
Is that a D?
That's D tier. To me, it's almost close to F. I gotta go D minus.
Okay.
So Chalupa OG, beautiful little romaine. It's got the craziest crunch so far.
Yeah.
Absolutely, like off the plant, insane crunch. Next to the mic, insane crunch. Taste though, Jacques. Thick and crunchy. I don't know if the flavor is S tier. Everything else is.
Yeah, it's a little sweet, but too much chewing.
We're gonna go with an A minus.
Yeah.
So for Marvel of the Four Seasons, which is a little bit stunted, it looks beautiful, especially when
Yes.
it's fully grown out. Crunch factor, I think, is decent, not amazing.
No,
But
it is small.
yeah, it's small. The flavor though.
The flavor, really sweet. Pretty good tenderness to it. I actually like this lettuce a lot historically, I have to admit.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna give it an S. And here's why, caveat. Marvel 4 Seasons, you could grow it 4 seasons long. Heat, cold, handles it, still sweet, tasty.
Yeah.
I like that.
S if we grew it right and a raccoon didn't dig it up.
Yeah.
Ice Queen on the look, Jacques. It's
Might
an
be a
S.
sleeper.
It's an S tier lettuce. We've of course ripped a few leaves off. Crunch tier. It's probably like an A.
Yeah,
I would
not
say
the crunchiest.
Not the crunchiest. Not the crunchiest. And then the flavor though, this shines.
It's kind of complex.
It's telling me 3 stories. It's going sweet, bitter, and then a little butter at the end.
a little butter on the end to finish the palate.
Wow, that's really nice.
I like that. I didn't think I'd like iceberg lettuce, I have to admit. But that might be
An
S tier.
S. Spinach lettuce. On the look, it looks like spinach.
Yeah.
If that gives it points, I guess that's for you to
Yeah,
decide.
maybe 1 or 2.
The crunch, it's mid.
It's not that crunchy.
Nothing to write home about.
And here's why it's not crunchy. Take a bite. Tell me how juicy it is.
Take a bite with me. I don't want to do it again.
It's really dry.
It's like stretchy and chewy. I hate this. I hate it.
All right, that's an F.
That's our first F tier.
And the
Oh.
other small ones were actually good, so
Oh.
I feel like it's just out. We're out
I'm
on
out.
that one.
I'm out. So Tegan, aesthetically, pretty nice looking
Yeah,
lettuce.
I like it a lot.
It's very, very pretty. You got a nice sort of leaf gradient going on here. You got a nice crunch.
Yeah,
We've been chewing
decent.
on it. And the flavor is good. Flavor's good, bitter to a little bit sweet. I wouldn't say it's like blowing my mind, but I would be very happy if this was on my plate.
Be very happy, because that's a B tier lettuce right there.
B tier. So with red sails, what's getting it is the aesthetic is kind of nice. You got a nice gradient and you
yeah.
got some speckles.
I like the speckles a lot.
Speckles are nice, good crunch. The flavor, I wouldn't say I'm writing home about it, but I'd be very happy to have it in the bowl.
Yeah, I throw it on the sailboat, take it home. Yeah, it's an A.
We're gonna go A minus. Little Gem, one of the most beautiful lettuces you will find.
Tried and
dense, beautiful, sort of frilly, delicate. Crunch. Come on now.
It's pretty good.
Take that home. And then the flavor and the texture.
It's good, man.
It's so good.
It like melts in your mouth way more than the other ones. And like a way that only lettuce can.
This to me is S, maybe even S plus tier.
Yeah, that's a $20 salad right there.
Little Gem. So with our salad bowl blend, of course, you're gonna get multiple varieties. So I think it's a pretty attractive lettuce, although it's more than one. Crunch factor, it's medium to low.
Maybe a more delicate lettuce.
But if you eat these together, you almost can't really tell too much difference. They're very mild flavors, but to me, with the frills, that's a dressing holder.
Yeah.
It's a decent sort of salad bowl option.
This one,
I don't know, what do you think?
I'd say that's a B.
It's a B tier.
Yeah.
We have a couple that we were gonna include, but frankly, I think they just look a little too sad to eat. The Rouge d'Hiver and the Australe lettuce. We'll try them in a future video. Skunks, I guess they were S tier to the skunks. We have the green butter lettuce. Very beautiful. Probably S tier beauty,
Yes,
by far.
I agree.
Probably A tier crunch.
Yeah, let's see. It's redemption for the Salanova because we did the red one earlier.
It's a very roughly.
Oh, I felt like, dude,
It's so bitter
it's so bitter.
that you almost don't want to finish it.
I feel like this is not a lettuce to eat on its own.
No, you have to combo it with something. As a standalone lettuce, you'd have to put some like olive oil based dressing on here to cut away this bitterness. It's,
Yeah.
I would say it's 5 times more bitter than anything we've ever had. To me, it's a C minus tier.
Solid C. This one's called Brentwood. It's a classic lettuce. People know it. What
Yep.
do you think?
I think it looks good. I think it's not as unique looking as some of the other reds,
Yeah.
but that's not necessarily a knock against it.
It's more red than green, for sure.
I think the crunch is okay.
Yeah, this has got a snappiness to
Decent
it.
crunch. All these frillier ones are of course less crunchy, more delicate. Flavor wise,
Very neutral.
yeah.
Yeah.
This to me kind of goes in that salad bowl territory.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is that I've discovered now is that I don't think I like the supple lettuce as much. This one's more supple
A little
than
more
crunchy.
crunch, crisp.
Yeah, and for that reason, I think I'm gonna put this in a B.
B tier. So we've got our new red fire here. Very beautiful look, both in sort of volume and
Yes.
also just leaf structure and shape. Take a look.
It's a
You've got
lot
this.
of surface area on that leaf.
Yeah, look at that.
You
Nice
know
color
that's
there.
holding dressing.
That's holding some serious dressing. Good crunch. I'd say at least an A tier crunch.
It's sweet.
And then it's sweet, it's fresh. You get a lot of volume out of this variety.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
I think I'm going S tier.
Yeah, I agree.
So the Dino, very unique look. Maybe
Little
that
spiky.
goes for it, maybe it doesn't. Crunch is definitely an S tier crunch.
Yeah, let's grab an inner leaf there.
Yep. S tier crunch. I'll say the flavor and the texture for me, flavor's great. Crisp, fresh, kind of builds on you.
Yeah, there's sweetness in the stem even.
The texture is a big knock for me.
It's a little tough.
I do not like the texture. It's almost chewy. I don't want my lettuce to be kind of chewy. However,
It's growing on me.
everything else, I feel like it's an A tier lettuce.
I think it's a solid A.
We've been through the varieties. We found some pretty solid S tiers. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you found some varieties to try out. Of course, you can grab some of those at botanicalinterests.com. And if you want to learn how to grow lettuce from seed to harvest, check this video out right here. Good luck in the garden and keep on growing.